Well, hey folks, it's been a long time since I posted a YouTube channel, and to be honest with you, I posted one right around Christmas. Well, I didn't post it. I did a ton of editing, went to bump it into YouTube, and it wouldn't accept it, and I tried to figure out why it wasn't accepting some of my video, and I just gave up because technology and me do not have the best relationship, and I have very little patience. So I just quit. It was sad because I put a bunch of time into editing. So I'm going to give it another bash, and I thought I would just, well, you can see behind me, the house is looking pretty good. A lot's happened. We got in for Christmas. It was a mad push. I was working 7 days a week, 10 days a week. Can you imagine that? 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, 10 hours a day for probably a month and a half, 2 months. And to be honest, I had the grace to do it because it was a good goal. I wanted to get into for Christmas too. We had family coming in from out of town. I was afraid that winter living out in the ugly house was going to be rough. So I was motivated. So I was all guns blazing. I was once electrical was done, I was kind of solo, so I did all the flooring on both levels, all the trim. My son came and helped me for trim, which was fantastic. Flooring was a lot. Tiled the bathrooms, got the bathrooms finished and usable. Dealt with countertops, kitchen, backsplash, blah blah blah. And we got in 2 weeks before Christmas, which was great. And one of the things that my brain works is I didn't get stressed out with the calendar. I just knew that I could do as much as I could in a day, in a 10-hour day. And I just set every morning I just woke up, had my coffee, plodded over to the house and just kept plowing. And it worked out. So here we are in late February. It's starting to feel like spring on the horizon. We've already started pruning trees in the apple orchard. And we're just moving into year 3 on this property, which is amazing. It feels like we've been here way longer, but man, we've done a lot in the 2 years we've been here. So the house has all been sided. So after Christmas, it was rain, and me and Brant just worked on siding, and it was a lot. There's so much trim when you do board and batten all around every window. Around every 24 inches there's a batten that has to be painted, and the struggle was that it was too cold to paint outside and too wet, so I had to cut everything, move it inside the basement, paint it twice, bring it out, then nail it on. I built this patio here for the hot tub, which was more than what was on the scope of work, but I wanted to hot tub at Christmas, and we got to do that, so that's great. So what I'm doing now is I picked up some rough cut yellow cedar, and you can kind of see in there I'm working on the posts for around the deck. I'm going to go with stainless steel cable. So it's a lot of work to process those posts. I had to plane them all. They were all rough cut, so I had to run them through the planer yesterday, which was very frustrating because when you cut on a bandsaw, it doesn't cut perfect. And it was like, I think each post, and I've got 30 posts, something like that, 38 posts. Each post had to be run through the planer probably 8 to 10 times. So it was like a long day and very trying. But I got that done, and now I'm doing all the processing, which is cutting it around the flashings and making sure they're good to go on. I got to pre-drill everything, pick up all the lags, and start to get them all put on. So once that's done, then we can get final inspection done, and that's the big push. So the house is feeling awesome inside. I'll show you some videos, and hopefully it works this time. And I feel like it's great. It's a great space. We've got lots of room. It's not too big. The family can still kind of coexist in a close enough proximity where you start to feel good. You have enough space, but not too much space. I think you can have too much. After Christmas, we moved out of the ugly house, which took a long time to ferry everything over. I built the railings out of driftwood on the deck, built this little fire pit, which is looking pretty yucky now, but it needs grass to grow here. Got this done. tried to rename it. The name just would not stick. Gabe would not have any of it, and it stayed The Ugly House, which is backwards because the way you're reading it, but The Ugly House seems to stay. So we put it on Airbnb as The Ugly House and got lots of questions, but we told the story inside as in a little folder, why The Ugly House, because everyone's like, why do you call it Ugly House? It's beautiful. So this is happening. We've got people coming to rent it, so that's great, because we burnt through all our savings to do the reno. Now we need this property to bring something back to us, some money. So yeah, I'm gonna try and cobble together some of the video from way back before Christmas. I don't know who's watching this channel now. It's been a bit lazy on that front, and just kind of focusing on what's in front of me. It's been a lot going on in Vancouver with my company. That's been taking a lot of energy. But yeah, grateful for this place. So enjoy the videos. So we're halfway done. It's looking pretty good. Halfway done, more than halfway done. Yeah, the hard parts are done. These rooms, like I said, doing them backwards was challenging. I've still got to figure out how to bring this around and tie it all back in. This part here has been a real nightmare. I don't know what happened when we were framing. I think what it was is we weren't checking the crown of the wood. I think when you put wood up, like especially when you're using it as a floor, you want it to crown up. And I think it was crowning down in this specific area. So the amount of shims I had to put and then sand them and get them just right was huge. And part of my worry, I don't know if this is the way, because I know when it's a floating floor, you can use concrete, you can use self-leveler to level out. But obviously if you're firing a staple through, you don't want to fire a staple through concrete, it'll just shatter, and then you have, when you walk on the wood, you'll hear a cracking as that crumbled concrete is kind of compressing between the wood, which sounds awful. I don't know any other way around it, and I'm really hoping that the shims, that something doesn't give in time and that it pops. So anyway, I've stapled the crap out of it. I've actually glued those sections down for better or for worse. Yeah, so anyway, today we're going to put doors in, and I'm sure we'll have surprises there as well, as always. $7 a.m. in the morning, and the kitchen guys have already half loaded in our cabinets, so pretty excited today. It's exciting today. Am I excited? I don't know. I'm tired. I need a coffee. Get our house lit up in the back. Well, another job gets knocked off the list. Got the front entry glass put in. Most of the glass is from recycled. One of the biggest moments in a reno, there's two big moments in my opinion. There's the drywall going on, and then there's the kitchen going in. And we've just had the kitchen installed. So it's really a big one of those moments where you start to picture your home. So yeah, these guys were in here for 2 days and got this all done. Pretty rad. I'm gonna build fir beams, floating shelves for here and for over there. So that'll be on me to do. But yeah, pretty exciting. Now we gotta do countertops. Well, another step to the journey today. The countertops go in, and I'm feeling a little nervous because I've decided to cut a big triangle out of the island. It's gonna look like this. And it's gonna be a lot of work to match the wood up. And I'm like, just feeling pretty tired. We had a massive storm last night, so we got no power, generators going in the background. Barely slept because the wind was just howling. Yeah, so here we go, countertops.
It's the monster piece, right? Yeah, you have to do this one.
It's a cool little device here. Pulls the seams together while the glue sets. Very nice counter. It's got nice veining in it. I'm secretly wishing I got this whole piece done. Oh man. Too late now. Well, who said kids are no good for nothing? Because kids are good for something. My oldest boy is coming to help Pops out. Mr. Precision! What's that garbage?
It's the person you hired to do the job right.
No, who you want to hire is this company right here. Yes, sirree. Well, you hire those guys and these guys show up. They said it couldn't be done. Putting baseboard around curved walls. How can you do that? Especially when it's not MDF.
You bring me to do it, that's how.
You bring the roaster. Look how many back cuts he did. And then we left it in a bucket of water.
It's gonna need a little bit of fill, but...
Call Phil!
Yeah.
Where's Phil?
All right, well, if this snaps while we're doing this, it's gonna be really embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right.
And good?
Yeah.
Put my ear protection on.
Yeah.
It's coming up off the ground a bit.
Yeah, I'll push it down as we go. Put a nail in my finger.
Are the nails on set? Knock it out top.
That's the good stuff. Oh yeah. You're in a few tubes. Almost out.
Yeah, I have to pick up some.
It's a good color match though.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Nice.
Beauty.
Do run, run, look at
A
that.
little at the beginning there. Fill that in. Oh.
Might need a second touch up after it's dry.
Yeah.
You got a big lot on your.
There you go. It'll look really nice once you sand it.
Yeah. I like the way I tiled it.
Where?
In here. You don't want any proof that you helped on the house?
This is for family.
Gabe, look what Gabe and found, or I found at a client's house. Galleon. It's got cannons, brass, real brass, hey Gabe? Mm-hmm. Really cool. Swabbing the decks. Well, folks, the house is not this quiet normally, and it's not this clean normally when you have kids, and especially because we're just moving in. It's normally chaos. So I thought I'd take this moment because Christmas is right 2 days away. The house is pretty clean, and my phone lens is all busted. You can see it's all kind of frosty over here. I thought I'd just quickly show you. I know you've probably seen on Instagram, but I'll just kind of walk you through this. What I've been 8 months, 7 months going hard on. Here we go. All right, so starting at the top, we've got this funny little room, which most people ask, what is this? Well, when you live out in the middle of nowhere, we're not in the middle of nowhere, but we're pretty in rural Courtney. This recycling business can really get ugly fast. So Tara really asked specifically to have a room that was hidden. And so we created this little space, and it's kind of good for the cat food too. For that, so that's that. Here's my favorite spot of the house where I get to make my coffee. And yeah, it's a kitchen. Still a little nervous about how I'm gonna do this. This is plywood, this is temporary right now. Man, my hand feels so weird. It's still really messed up from the broken wrist. So every time I see it on the camera, it looks like a marionette hand or something. But I bought some walnut to do this. I think I told you before, there's a big piece of plate steel under here that covers the whole square of the counter. So it really allows it to be strong on the corner. So this is plywood, temporary. It's not even fixed in, you see. It comes away. And yeah, I'm a touch nervous. I don't know if I did the right thing. I keep looking at this wondering, did I do it right? It really does scream 1980s. This kind of jagged line here. Maybe I'll grow to love it. I just can't help myself sometimes getting creative. Big 36-inch stove. I got this used on Marketplace. It's a Thor and fitted in great. Oven doesn't work. So I've had to order a new mechanism behind the oven switch, and I'm hoping that fixes it. So that's why we have a little tiny gas stove on our deck for cooking our turkey in. Another Marketplace find. Pot filler. This is awesome. You don't have to drag your pots over to the sink. It's a little luxury that really is kind of nice. Got a nice farmhouse sink. This one was from a job 4, 5, 6 years ago. Client said, take it out, there's a scratch in it. I can't find the scratch. And it's been sitting in my warehouse in Vancouver forever, and now we finally give it a home. I'm not fussy. Marketplace, Bosch, not bad. See, I'm not, this is how you keep on budget. You gotta be a little frugal where you can be. Being on well water, we use the Berkey. It's probably the best filter you can get. But filling this up all the time from the sink is a real pain in the butt. So we put another pot filler up here, which is absolute godsend. So we can keep that Berkey full. Oh yeah, what do we got over here? We got a pantry. And it's actually feeling quite small already. I think we might have to, I'm not sure. But we've got a big stand-up freezer that was left here from the old previous owners, so that's great. So the pantry smells so good in here. Don't know why, just all the food. Mini splits for heating and air conditioning still haven't been hooked up. They're all on the walls, scattered all over. They don't look the nicest, but we don't have ducting. It's better than baseboard heaters. This piece I made for Tara. These are years ago. These are old barn boards from her grandfather's barn, which I made into or had made, Jackson, if you're watching, had made into a furniture piece. So I have to build a countertop for this. This is our dining room table, which has been with us for a long time. Lots of parties, lots of painting, lots of kids stuff, all happened on this table. Weighs a ton. This light came from our design hub in Vancouver, and it kind of looks like eggshells. It's pretty cool. And the girls in the office said, we don't like it because when we put samples under, it's just not a good light. So I'm like, I'll take that. So we've given it another home. Our stove, which was here when we moved here, used to be somewhere here. I really like, this staircase is really a centerpiece of art, which really turned out well. I like the opposing angles here, and super happy. You'll notice that there's no pot lights in this ceiling, and that's by design. We've just been learning so much about how LED light is not good for you, the blue light, and I must admit this kind of amber light that we have happening, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but it's all amber, and it really is so nice on the eyes. There is some LED strip lights under the cabinet, so that's the only ones in this area. Really nice lighting. Looks nice from the road too. When you see in the house, it feels warm. This is Gabe's idea. This is a piece of driftwood with Kronk, our Christmas creepy guy, doubling as a scratching post. So I kind of like the way that sits in the corner. All the art that's on the wall so far is by my sister Abigail. This piece is one of a kind, charcoal. She did that with charcoal. There's another piece in here in our mudroom. And here's another feature that I really like, this arch. It just so pleasing to the eye to look through the front door and see this arch. Really glad I did it. The drywallers don't like working with it, but it looks awesome, I think. Yes. So yeah, our living room, which has got a Christmas tree in it right now. Just picked up this from IKEA, cowskin, real cowskin. So you can see it really works well for entertaining. In the daytime, we get to see the orchard. Really is lovely. Yeah, I'll quickly show you upstairs. I think I can't show you my daughter's room, but this is gonna be some kind of nook. We're gonna do something in here, I'm not sure. Not eating. Might do a little office desk here. My brain's flying everywhere. More curves. Really, really happy with the way these turned out. And we've got a little one in here too. Just makes this hallway feel so nice. Kind of pulls you through it, you know. My daughter's in there talking on the phone. Our bathroom, not finished. Got to do a backsplash here. Got to do a backsplash here. There's a beautiful view from the bathroom. In the winter, I'm sure if you really wanted to see in, you could from the road. But in the summer, it really fills in with foliage. So yeah, this space feels good. 2 sinks, very important when you got kids. Still waiting for a shower door on this guy. But our house before, this house before we did the reno didn't have a shower, so pretty stoked about that. You can kind of see the difference between the amber and the white. I was just figuring out which bulb I wanted, but this is like a white light. And up here you've got this amber light, which is much warmer. And yeah, just getting some art, figuring out where we want to put these pieces. Gabe's room, pretty cool with the wallpaper. I made this bed. These 2x4s at the back, or 2x3s, are from our old house. Salvaged them and made this bed, so Gabe's got it now. And yeah, his room's looking pretty cozy. And lastly, the master bedroom, which is not got a bed frame, not got a headboard, not got much of a closet. So we've got lots to do in this room. But yeah, comes last. So there we go, that's what I've been up to. There's still lots to do. As you can see, there's no handrail here. We're working on siding. Tons to do, but this feels so good to be in for Christmas. This space just feels wonderful. I'm so happy. It's not just all of the features. So I'm just looking at the floor here. It's just a feel of it. Just feels, you feel connected to everybody, and it's not too big. You can get greedy with space when you're building and just think, let's put another 100 square feet on. And it's perfect size, so really happy. Hope you enjoyed that little tour.